Okay, so I want to talk to you about the water containers that I carry with me everywhere. Now, I use this smaller one, on a regular basis, and you press the button and the water empties into this container. And then when you just lift it up a little bit and press it back, then it goes back into the hole there and goes back into the container. So I've got a smaller version and a bigger version, depending on where I'm going. Okay. Now, she does a lot of running on the beach, and she goes in and out of the sea, and she's playing with all the dogs, and she gets absolutely parched. And so I always have water with me. But a lot of people don't. And sometimes I give their dog water when I can see that they're really thirsty. I say, does your dog want some of my water? Okay. And most people don't carry water on the beach. And I met somebody the other day, and this is a very important point, is that they were playing with their dog on the sand with a tennis ball. And what happened was that the ball got wet. The tennis ball was sodden with sand. And it was a little spaniel, and as the spaniel was running backwards and forwards with the tennis ball and the sand wrapped around the tennis ball, that the sand went into the dog's intestines and blocked it, and the dog had to have an operation. So be very careful of that. If you do use a ball on the beach, I never do. I never play with a ball with her. And she certainly doesn't ever play with sticks. She's not interested in a ball. She just wants to play with the dogs. But if you do use a ball, try to make sure that it's one of those rubbery plastic ones with the holes in. So if it does get stuck down the throat, and that does happen, just Google it and you'll find out that it can get stuck down the dog's throat as they jump up and catch it in the air or whatever, or they're running into it as it's coming towards them. That if it's got the holes in, that they can carry on breathing and it won't choke them until you can get medical help to get the bowl out of the stuck in the throat. I'm sorry, that's a bit graphic, but you have to know these things really. So I use this bag carrier. Can you see? I have got a smaller one if I just want to stick this in a bag. Yeah. But if I want to use a bigger one, I can put it into here. But this is a good one because I can put my phone in here. And guess what I've got in here? More poo bags. And also I carry my YouTube card. I don't know if you can see it. Try and see if you can see it. I think you might be able to see it there. So if anybody's talking to me about training or anything like that, I can give them a card so that they can look on the videos. Now, some of the videos I have to redo because they're over 2 years old and they get lost in time on YouTube. Nobody sees them. So I need to sort of redo them, really. But I carry my Thunderer whistle on here. Trying to see if you can see it. Okay. And this is my big chunky whistle. And it's about £10, whereas the cheaper little whistles are only about £1. So I've got lots of little cheap whistles, but this is my main whistle, and I keep it with the water because I've always got water for her. Wherever I go, I've got water. So even if I don't take the other bag into a cafe or a restaurant or something like that, a lot of the restaurants and places here are dog friendly. So I've been training her in cafes and restaurants to lay down quietly. And she's fantastic. She's good as gold. I can take her anywhere and she just lays down quietly. And I have my treat bag. My husband says I'm like the SAS. I've got my water, I've got my other bag on and I've got my treat bag. But this is super, super light. I don't even know I'm wearing it. And I keep her treats. Now, she has these. She won't eat any of these processed treats that you buy in supermarkets and places, pet shops. She won't eat those. So this is, it's like pressed meat. I'm not saying it's the best quality. She loves it. And when she comes back, when I call her on the beach and she comes back, she gets a big chunk of this. Not little bits, big chunk. So she loves it. And it really does work to get her to come back now. She's very good, because in adolescence she was going, yeah, whatever, talk to them for. I'm carrying on playing with this dog. She'd get about 6 foot away and look at me, full of mischief. I could go off to play again. So that's, this works. And another tip about how to get a dog back is that every night I would take her collar off when we're going to bed, and every morning I put it back on, and as I do so I say the word collar, and now when I say collar she comes to my hands. Now that's a good tip. Okay, see you in the next video. Bye.